Some people have asked, what have I learned about disability? Well, let me lay out some truth. Oppression, it's socially constructed to give power to a few. At its root, the term disability says, let me separate one group from another. We neglect and push down when really we were made for each other. But wait, how can they ever be normal or even act as they should? Often the greatest blessings occur when unwanted things are chosen as good. My dictionary tells me that disability is what stands in the way of true life and happiness. Oppression becomes day to day. And please hear what I'm saying. I want you to be sure that not every disability is meant to be cured. At the same time, we don't want to be offensive. But let me tell you what, I'm offended by pain because true love didn't compromise when my disability was all that I claimed. You see, I spent my whole life running, thinking I was all by myself. Traumatic stress and suicidal thinking were the books I kept on my shelf. They would read me every day, claiming I owned the only copies, until true love claimed me healed. Now even my own thoughts can't stop me. But hear me when I say the difference is divine. It's what makes you, you. The greatest gifts to us all are the things that only you can do. But you see, medically, we've deemed it simple. Here, let me give you this shot. And socially, we've got it all figured out. Here, come try and fit in this box. I can talk about the models of disability all day. But if I don't model love, then an unjust living is where I'll remain. But I'm not here to bash my culture, only to tell how I've emerged from the dark. I'm here to say that we can do better. We just have to know where to start. So if you want to ask me what I've learned, let this message appease. I spent less time in research and more time in tears on my knees. God, what can I do? How do I think? What should I say? You need to only be still and know true love is the way. We want to talk about standards, but let me ask you, what's the standard of man? Is it that I should do so I can earn? Or is it about the one who laid down his life for his friends? We want to talk about fairness? How about iron-piercing hands to a tree? True love is devoted. The object of its affection is all that it sees. And you know what? Where there's a cause, effect will follow. The effect of affection fills the void of what was once hollow. Because I know that there's beauty in the things we call imperfection. Some would call it an art. I'm thankful that my God doesn't judge my appearance, but he looks at my heart. Here's a saying that goes beyond justice, and it's most certainly true. If I'm not looking at your ability, then I'm not really looking at you. True love. I'm not talking about fairy tale butterfly feelings or true love's first kiss. I speak of laying down what I think is insightful to see what true vision is. Because you see, some of us are so blind that all we have is our sight. That's a hard pill to swallow in a culture striving to be politically right. When most would agree that there's little correct about our politics, we're so consumed with ourselves and our own self-consciousness. So you want to ask me what I've learned? I've learned that I can't give the same love that my heart won't receive. Because when true love's not my strength, the mission becomes all about me. And you see, I learned that true justice is true love. It's not a rule book to follow. Its relentlessness is heaven sent. No promise is hollow. Jesus said, if you want to learn true love, take a look at the kids. They exist to love and be loved. That's the way we should live. So now I know that I could be the change if I would be changed from the inside out, destroying false motives with true love, with every word from my mouth. And I don't need all the answers. I only need to know the one who is right, because things make sense in a dark room when you turn on the light. And no, I've never had to enter the back of a building in a wheelchair or been scholastically excused, but my Jesus knows what it means to be neglected, beaten, and abused. He said the healthy don't need a doctor. We reserve that care for the sick. But what if the ones who need healing aren't always those who walk with a stick? Most people will say that it is what it is, but I would dare to say that it is what it's not. Injustice loves a naive world who will pass by every cell door it was made to unlock. But I want you to hear me in this. If I give all that I have to the poor and surrender my life to the needy, but I don't have love, I have nothing. I'll spend my whole life searching for something that was fixed right above me. So you want to ask me what I've learned about disability? I'll keep it simple and sweet. True love's not an option. It's the one and only key.